Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. And in today's video, we're going to be ranking the top 10 best defensive cards in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. This was a video that was requested actually by a couple people in my comments over the past couple of days. So thought I would bring this out. I was already planning on doing this video pretty soon, but decided to bring it out even sooner. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 16,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, and I would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Starting off with the number 10 spot, all 10 of the cards on this list, remember, are elite level defenders. These are all incredible defenders, so keep that in mind. Even the guys lowest on this list are still incredible defensive cards. This is like top 10 cards in the game where I'm ranking 10 elite cards. Like, this is 10 elite defensive cards. To a certain extent, it's a little bit preference, but to a certain extent, it's not. AK is incredible because he's a big wing. He's a big small forward, so he can guard on the perimeter and an interior at a very high level. He's a versatile defender. Silver anchor and brick wall gives him some interior presence. 87 interior, 88 steal, 91 block, 93 perimeter, 93 lateral. Tendency-wise, pretty mid, I will be honest. Not the best tendencies. That's not ideal. He's also not crazy fast, which isn't ideal, I guess, either, but defensively he's still a menace on the perimeter. He can switch on the interior at a very high level. He's a very good all-around defender. He's got a lot of great gold defensive badges. No, it's clamps, glove, and right stick gripper Hall of Fame, but nothing else. But that's still better than a lot of other stuff, or a lot of other wings. He's still one of the very best defensive locks in the entire game, but I do think the lack of like tons of Hall of Fame badges, the mediocre tendencies, the lack of elite speed, a couple of things are like you can nitpick, and it's going to be nitpick when it comes to these guys. Kobe, his nitpick is that he's just not that big. He's only 6'6". That's the main nitpick with this Kobe card. Player build is not huge on him either, so he's just going to get physically bullied a little bit at times by a LeBron, Giannis, other bigger guys who might have Hall of Fame bulldozer and other big physical slashing badges. But defensive stats and badges on him are also absolutely exceptional. The stats are incredible, especially on the perimeter, but interiors, 84 interior, 80 blocks, still quite good. Hoff clamps, glove, right stick gripper, just like AK. Gold 94 feet, gold anchor, which AK only had on silver, so that's nice as well. Very complete, versatile defender. He doesn't have a movable enforcer, but that's the only key defensive badge really that he's missing. I guess brick wall as well, but you can add brick wall because he can get every badge. It's just you can't add a movable enforcer because that's one of the few next gen only badges that you just can't add to cards, unfortunately, because it doesn't translate across gens. But regardless, I still think Kobe's exceptional. Really, like I said, his main flaw is his lack of size. Same thing with a guy like Jrue Holiday, who's even smaller than Kobe at only 6'5". But Jrue Holiday is easily the best defensive point guard in the game. 84 interior, 82 block is very good, but 95 perimeter, 96 lateral, 96 steal. Defensive badges that are phenomenal, and the next gen ones are even better because he's also got Hoff 94 feet, fast feet, and right stick gripper, which are three of the best Hall of Fame defensive badges in the game. Even with no brick wall, anchor, or a movable enforcer, I still think he's so good perimeter-wise defensively, and even has semi-okay tendencies as well. The best defensive point guard in the game by a mile, deserves a spot on this list, even if it is relatively low. Jimmy Butler's who I have at number 7, another elite level defensive wing, big physical wing as well, 6'7", 6'8" wingspan, big player build, good interior defender, elite on the perimeter, can get anchor and brick wall added because of the ability to get every single badge, although no immovable enforcer. Has gold right stick gripper, silver fast feet, which can be upgraded, gold 94 feet, Hoff challenger, clamps, glove, off-ball pass. Even without Hoff 94 feet, right stick gripper, a couple badges like that. If you do add the anchor and the brick wall, the size is really nice in the card. The defensive versatility, the Hoff off-ball pass to guard back doors is really nice as well. And he does have a pretty big physical player build as well, which is something that I really like defensively. So I'm a big fan of him at number 7, despite this couple things that he is missing. Hakeem is at number 6 for me. Defensively, he's just a menace. He's got incredible size at 7 foot with a 7'3" wingspan, 87 speed, 94 interior, 94 block, 89 perimeter, 89 lateral, 80 steal. The biggest key with Hakeem, though, is, well, two things. Number one, the ability to get every badge. So you can add the badges that he doesn't have that you want to add on him defensively. Be that maybe things like fast feet, glove, and pick dodger if you want to. Now, obviously, you could use his badge slots on other things like a bailout, a limitless range, things of that nature as well if you'd like to. But he also has gold clamps, so he's a very big, great elite interior defender with Hoff anchor, box up, brick wall, movable enforcer, post lockdown. He's like the first true interior we have on this list, but he's also got the perimeter defensive ability, including the clamps badge, which is the most important perimeter defensive badge to this day. The only reason that a guy like Anthony Davis and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar are not on this list is because they don't have gold clamps. But outside of that, Hakeem has that ability. He's still got the speed. He's got the versatility defensively. A guy like Kareem, still an incredible defender, but bronze clamps, doesn't get every badge. A little bit worse defensive stats-wise. It's just a great card, but the ability to get clamps is such a big deal for guys like Hakeem and KG, who are also exceptional interior defenders. I have KG at 5, Hakeem at 6. I went to KG over Hakeem just because he's a slightly better perimeter defender. They both have clamps, but KG's defensive badges are a little bit more complete. Obviously, he is fully upgradable as well. He has a couple more defensive Hall of Fame badges. Does not have 94 feet or right stick gripper either, but that's okay. The lack of elite perimeter defense and full court defense is the reason that these interior bigs are at 4 and 5, but they're still very good perimeter defenders, and they're two of the best interior defensive cards in the game. Really, really elite, versatile defenders with great speed and great athletic ability, so definitely deserving of spots pretty high on this list. Ron Artest, though, is the first of the truly next level locks that we've gotten pretty recently in my team, though, in my opinion. Artest having, he's got great size at shooting guard, 6'7", 6'10" wingspan at a smaller position, so that gives you a ton of defensive versatility having a guy like this at the 2. And then defensive badge-wise, he's got Hall of Fame anchor, Hall of Fame post lockdown as a wing, gold immovable enforcer, gold fast feet, half right stick ripper, post lockdown, off-ball pass to the backdoor badge, interceptor, glove, clamps, challenger, 94 feet. So he's got the press badges, the interior badge, the reaching badge with right stick ripper and glove, clamps and interceptor for the perimeter. Even got gold immovable enforcer. The only badge he's missing is brick wall, and he has some of the very best defensive stats in the entire game as well, including over a 90 interior, great speed. Tendencies are not great. That's really his only flaw, but he's so good in every other aspect that he is 100% one of the very best defensive cards in the game. And I think Kawhi is pretty much the exact same card as Ron Artest. There is one thing that Kawhi does not have that Ron Artest does, and that is immovable enforcer. Kawhi does not have the immovable enforcer badge, and neither of them have brick wall. But Kawhi also has half 94 feet, half anchor, half right stick ripper, half off-ball pass, half challenger, clamps, glove, interceptor. Just as good, if not better, defensive stats, and a little bit more size at 6'7", a little bit longer wingspan at 7'3". Actually, they're both listed at 6'7", but I will say Kawhi has a slightly bigger player build, slightly longer wingspan, and tendency-wise, while not great, has slightly better. 90 pass interception is nice. Slightly higher contest shot tendency as well. Both exceptional. I'd give the very slight edge to Kawhi defensively, but they're pretty much the same card. The main reason that I have Bron as high as I do, including over both of Kawhi and Ron Artest, well, one of a couple of reasons. Number one, stat-wise, he's just as good as they are, pretty much. Not quite, technically. 90 interior, they also have 90 interior. 93 lateral, they have like 96. 90 perimeter, they have like 95. The thing that separates Bron, in my opinion, though, is the 6'9", the 250 pounds, the giant bulldozing player build, which is really useful offensively, but defensively it's so impactful as well. And despite not having as many Hall of Fame defensive badges as those guys have, if you fully upgrade his defensive badges, which I have done, he is half anchor, half pogo stick, half ankle braces, half challenger, half off-ball pass, half pick dodger, half brick wall, half fast feet. You can get all of those Hall of Fame badges on him, and he's got so much other stuff still, in addition to being as big and as versatile as he is defensively, with as good defensive badges as he has, and mainly that player build. The player build is the biggest thing, I think, for Bron that makes him so good as a lock. I will say his tendencies are pretty terrible, but really most cards on this list's tendencies are pretty bad. I think LeBron, though, I just think the size is so valuable, the switchability, the versatility. I feel 100% confident switching LeBron onto Hakeem, Kareem, kind of, maybe not Kareem quite as much, but every big in the game except for Kareem, pretty much. I think LeBron can pretty much hold. Defensively, he does not struggle on the interior at all, and as great as Kawhi and Artest are on the interior, I don't trust them the way that I trust LeBron. I think he is insane defensively on both the interior and the perimeter. I think he's really still one of the very best. And then you have Giannis. Diamond or pink diamond really doesn't matter, but I think Giannis is the best defensive card in the game right now. When you think about the overall versatility and switchability of the card, at 7 foot with a 7'4" wingspan, he's got the size of a Hakeem. With the defensive all-around stats of somebody like LeBron, 93 interior, 90 perimeter, 90 lateral, 96 steal, 89 block. The other diamond doesn't have quite as good defensive stats, but they're damn close, just a slightly lower steal rating, basically. And then badge-wise, incredibly complete. The diamond can get every single badge upgraded, which is really, really nice. The pink diamond can't, but either way, it's still not missing much at all in the defensive end of the court. Really, the only badge you could say he's missing is 94 feet, which is annoying, I guess, but you could upgrade so much of the badge that he already doesn't have on Hall of Fame. He's already got so much good stuff while being so big and so versatile. And he's such an elite perimeter defender as well at 7 foot at a level. I mean, as great as Hakeem and KG are, that they're not, in my opinion. So Giannis, I think, is one of the very best on-ball defenders in the game, but also the only card in the game probably that can guard 1 through 5 at an incredibly elite level. And he is probably right there among the top 3 best locks, off-ball defenders, and interior defenders in the game. He's the best at everything, basically. Giannis is incredible on the defensive end of the court, and that is why everybody is still using that card. Despite the fact that his release is not that great, and offensively, he's not the most insane shot creator. As great as he is offensively as a slasher, if he wasn't as elite as he is defensively, Giannis would not be in a ton of lineups. I'm going to be honest, but he is so good defensively, and that puts him very high on this list, and I do believe he's the best defensive card in the game right now, just in terms of the overall versatility that you can get between his ability to do everything on that end. So that is going to do it for this video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.